In the last few videos, we have seen the details of arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators and the bitwise operators. In this video, we will see the details of the assignment operators that are supported by Python. Similar to the other programming languages, Python also supports equal to operator for assigning a value to another variable or a variable to the another variable, or you can even use this to assign an expression to another variable. So in this video, we will see the details related to the assignment operator. So in the first statement, an integer value is assigned to the variable a. In the next statement, a floating point value is assigned to the variable b. Then in the next statement, a character value is assigned to the variable c. In the other statement, a string value is assigned to the variable s. So in all these cases, a value is assigned to a variable. So in all the cases, the assignment operator is used to assign a value to the variable. Unlike other programming languages, Python is a pure object-oriented programming language where every item of data is treated as an object. In Python, an integer, a string, a character, a floating point value, a constant, everything is treated as an object. So on executing this assignment statement, say for example a equal to 10, so internally what happens is an object is created with the value 10 and then the name a is given to that object. And similarly with the statement b equal to 3.4, an object is created for the value 3.4 and then the name b is given to that object. So that is how every item of data is treated as an object in Python. In all these cases, literals are assigned to the variables. We can even do the variable assignment, that is one variable can be assigned to the other variable. Say for example, consider the statement p equal to a. So by this statement, what happens is the value of a is copied to p. Here a is the name that is given to the object 10. On execution of this assignment statement p equal to a, we are creating an alias to the variable a. That is, another name p is given to the object 10. To the object 10, a is one name and p is the other name that is given to the object 10. Now, both the variables p and a are pointing to the object 10. In addition to that, all the objects in Python are given a unique ID. So that unique ID can be retrieved with the help of the method ID. On passing the variable a to the ID method, it returns an integer value which uniquely identifies the object a. Similarly, you can check the ID of other variables also. If you observe, every object is given your unique identification value, which is an integer value. Here p is the alias for the object a. So now let's check the ID of p. When you create an alias to a variable, what happens is the same ID value will be given to both the variables. Say for example, on executing the statement p equal to a, so both the objects will be given the same ID. So this is the ID of a and you can check the ID of p also. So both of them will be getting the same value. That means that both the variables a and p are pointing to the same object. So here p is the name that is given to 10 and also a is the name that is given to the object 10. So now we need to understand some key points related to the process of object creation during the assignment of values to the variables. Say for example, consider the statement a equal to 10. Based on the discussion so far, we understand that an object with the value 10 is created and a name a is given to that object. On execution of this assignment statement p equal to a, then to the same object 10, another name that is p is given. So that is how the ID of a and ID of p are returning the same identification number, indicating that the variables a and p are pointing to the same object, that is 10. So consider another case now. For example, the value 100 is assigned to the variable a. So in this case again, an object is created and we are giving a name a to that object 100. And on execution of the statement b equal to 100, then so to the same object another name b is given. That is how again when I execute ID of a and ID of b, in this case also the same identification number is returned as the variables a and b are pointing to the same object, that is 100. So in this case also the ID of a and b are same, and in this case also the ID of a and b are the same, indicating that both the variables are pointing to the same variables. So now consider another case, which is the most critical case to understand. So consider this example assignment statement where A is assigned with the value 300 and B is also assigned with the value 300. So similar to the earlier cases, we assume that an object with the value 300 is created and the names A and B are given to the object 300, and we expect the ID of A and ID of B shall return the same identification number. But the ID of A here, if you observe, it's different from ID of B. What Python does is, for all the integers within the range of -5 to 256, the objects are created in advance. For all the other values, the objects are created on demand. Python does this to improve the speed of execution. That is the reason why when you are assigning the value 10 to two variables P and A, the ID is returned is the same for the variables A and P. And in the other case also, when we are assigning the value 100 to two different variables A and B, in that case also the ID of A and B are same, because these values are within the range of -5 to 256. The objects are created in advance and you are just giving the names to those objects. So how many ever variables you create with those values, then the same ID will be returned. But whereas in this case, when we assign A with 300 and B with 300, in that case the value 300 is not within the range of -5 to 256. The object is not created in advance and on demand the object is created. That is how, so two different objects are created and A and B are the names that are given to two different objects. That is why ID of A is returning a different identification number, whereas ID of B is returning another identification number. So far based on this discussion, I hope you understand the process of object creation in the context of assignment of values and variables. The assignment operation need not be simply assigning a value to the variable or assigning a variable to another variable. It can be a complex expression also. Say for example, here I am assigning this complex expression to the variable x. That is, the expression that you are providing will be evaluated and the resultant value of the expression will be assigned to the variable x. So far we have seen how to assign a value or a variable or an expression to a variable using the assignment operator. Python also supports multivariable assignment. So this multivariable assignment can be done in different ways. So now let's see how we can assign the same value to multiple variables using a single statement in Python. So consider the statement A equal to B equal to C equal to 100. So on execution of this statement, all the variables A, B and C will get the same value, that is 100. So this is how Python supports multivariable assignment by assigning a single value to all these variables. So you can check the values of A, B and C. So using a single statement, you are assigning a value to all the variables. It is also possible to assign different values to different variables using a single statement. Consider the statement A equal to B equal to C equal to 100, 200, 300. So using this statement, we are assigning three different values to three different variables using a single statement itself. So if you observe, A gets the value of 100, B gets the value of 200 and C gets the value of 300. This kind of multivariable assignment is possible in Python because of the concept of unpacking of tuples. Here all the values you are providing on the right hand side will be considered as a tuple, and when you assign these values to multiple variables, then these tuple values will be unpacked and will be assigned to individual variables. That is how Python supports assigning the same value to multiple variables or different values to different variables using a single statement itself. Consider this statement where I am separating multiple assignment operations with a semicolon symbol, where multiple variables are assigned with different values using a single statement itself. So using this statement, A is assigned with 10, B is assigned with 20 and C is assigned with 30. That is how Python supports assignment of the same value to different variables or different values to different variables using the single statement itself. That is how Python supports multivariable assignment using the single statement itself. In addition to the standard assignment operator, Python also supports the usage of shorthand assignment operation with all the arithmetic operators and with all the bitwise operators. Similar to the other languages like C, C++ or Java, so you can use the shorthand operators in Python also. Say for example, for updating the value of A, so we usually use A equal to A plus 10. The same can be rewritten as A plus equal to 10, where we are using the plus and the assignment operator equal to in a shorthand manner. A equal to A plus 10 can be rewritten as A plus equal to. Similarly, all the arithmetic operators can be used in the shorthand form. So, A minus equal to 10, which is equivalent to A equal to A minus 10. So, or otherwise we can even use A star equal to 10, so which is equivalent to A equal to A into 10. So, similarly you can use the remainder operator, integer division operator or the division operator also. So, all the arithmetic operators can be used in the shorthand form. So, not only the arithmetic operators, all the bitwise operators can also be used in the shorthand form notation. So, consider A is 200 and I am updating A value by shifting it by 2 bits. So, A equal to A right shift 2. So, the same can be rewritten with the help of the shorthand operator A right shift equal to 2. So, that is how Python supports the usage of shorthand operators with all the arithmetic and the bitwise operators. So, you need to remember one point. Unlike C, C++ and Java, Python do not support the usage of increment and decrement operators. That is, usage of plus plus and minus minus operators is not valid in Python. So, A plus plus, A minus minus. So, usage of such statements are not valid in Python. So far we have seen how to use various assignment operations in Python. I hope you understand the usage of assignment operations in Python along with the usage of the shorthand assignment operators. Thank you for watching this video.